Had a day. But let me tell you a little bit about my day, and then I'm gonna tell you what I want to talk about, and hopefully I'll be able to sit in this position and get what's on my mind off my chest. And I apologize now if the lighting in the back is too much. I'm having a problem trying to put everything together and do this tape for you. I said from the very, very beginning, I will not edit it, so it's raw and it's going to come out the way it is. But I'm hoping that I am helping someone that has been through trauma. It's not so much as the Las Vegas massive shooting, there's domestic violence that's going on. We've got to ask for help, and it's okay to ask for help. There's cancers going on. There's just so much that's going on in the world today. And please vote. Exercise your rights. Please take the time out. We're always just so busy, so busy. Take the time out and vote because your vote does make a difference. So before I get started, I want to talk about these muscle cramps that I've been having, like spasms in the middle of the night, where either my hands are tingling or my hands are locking up, as well as my legs or my toes is doing something like this. Just crazy, but I was recommended, so I'm sharing to pick up this coconut. So, coconut juice, like raw. I picked this up from the 99-cent store. I bought six of them. I'm not a coconut person, drinking person. It's okay, but I'm willing to try at least six of them. Um, if it's gonna help me with the muscle spasm. So pretty much this is what it looked like, and it does have little chips or pulp, if that's what you want to call it. Um, Coconut flakes in it. So cheers. I really need an ice pack on me. The surgery, it's been 5 weeks now. The surgery was September the 14th, and I believe it's up. Ouch! It's October the 22nd, because today is Monday. So please forgive me. I might be off on my days, but whatever. My heart is real. I need you to feel this, okay? So this morning my day started out at 8:30, where I had to be at physical therapy, and today I actually lift up the 1 pound weight. So I'm doing exercises like this, exercises like um, this thingy here. Then I'm doing a couple where I'm lifting the arm like so, then standing up against the wall and just kind of moving my shoulders, if you will. And then today I rolled out on this little foam and came back. So it's extremely painful, but today I was told that while I'm at home starting Monday, take the brace off at home, but certainly put it back on when I go to bed, and certainly put it back on when I go out of the door. Technically, I'm not supposed to be driving right now, but how the hell am I going to get to therapy if I don't drive? This is a part of what I'm talking about. Survivors are still going through stuff like this. If you're not supposed to drive, you're taking the medication. How do you get to your appointments? One will say, call a friend. Really? When I think about the five friends that I talk to every day, they working. They can't afford to take off of work and keep taking me to my therapy appointments. Oh, then you're going to say, take Uber or Lyft. Now, that one's funny because if you're not working, who's paying for that? So remember, this is real talk from me, because we got to figure out a way to help survivors. Now, went to therapy, came home, tried to make me a muffin, have something to eat so I can take a pain pill. Then I went to therapy, mental therapy. So it was physical therapy, came home, grabbed something to eat. Then I went to mental therapy. over at Bridge Counseling. So I was there for about an hour and 15 minutes, talk about how I'm feeling. Well, I don't feel no different than I felt last week. Right now, I'm dealing with the pain, and she's wanting to know, my career. What am I thinking about? I ain't thought about it because I'm so focused on this every day. It's pain. I was in pain since October 1. Now it's October the 21st, and I'm still in freaking pain. So before you ask me, what am I thinking about for its work wise, I would just like to go a day without being in pain. Let's start with that because I got an attitude about it. Still, anyway, so then after that, I come home and I rest because now I have to see the surgeon. So the surgeon is saying that everything looks well, everything is healing well, but truthfully, they don't really know until 3 to 4 months down the road when I'm trying to lift something, grab my clothes or something out of the closet that's hung up, or try to lift a load of laundry. So right now the shoulder is still being protective. I'm in therapy, doing what my therapist is requiring of me to do, but for it's the real true healing, um how the surgery has gone, if it was effective or not effective, you really won't know until 4 or 5 months down the road. But I'm believing in God that I am healed. Now, what I want to talk about is how do we help survivors? I see that there's another country concert at the Henderson Pavilion that's coming out, and it's tagged, Country 58. Don't misunderstand me, what I'm about to say right here, but I'm so serious. Everything I see, we're still talking about the 58, and the 58 children. Well, there's still other people here that are still in the hospital that have children. They're called survivors. I would like to see something saying helping survivors, or helping survivors in Las Vegas, because this is where it happened at. So I'm a survivor here in Vegas and I need help. So I know that there's a whole lot of survivors other places that need help, but we don't fit in a category, if you will. So we need to create one. Now, if I had funds, I would create one. You may have some funds. I'm going to tell you how to create one. Or you may know somebody that has some funds. And I'm willing, well, first of all, I would need just my rent to be paid for 1 year. I would not go back to work. 1 year my rent to be paid. I will read all the letters because I know you don't want to read every situation and everything that everybody has gone through, because a lot of times that's toxin. I get it. You don't want to hear my story every damn time. I don't want to hear it all the time. That's why I created the YouTube. So when people say, what happened to you? I say, go to YouTube, because I don't want to talk about it every day. So back to what I was saying. I'm not one that's going to tell someone to do something and I'm not willing to do it. So I'm willing to do my part. I am willing to read the letters. I am willing to ask the questions that need to be asked, because certainly I know, as in, if you apply for the funds, we need supporting documentation. That you were there. Have you been going to therapy? Don't just send a letter saying you need some funds. You ought to have backup supporting documents to request such. I believe that. Either you've been in therapy or either you haven't. So if you're going to claim post-traumatic stress disorder and you say that you have it, there's a therapist that's going to say that you have it. So therefore, you've got supporting documentation. I would like to see all the artists within the last 5 years that have had a residency here in Las Vegas. I'm talking about J-Lo, Britney Spears, Lionel Richie, Bruno Mars, Cher. Who else was over at the park? There was Cher at the park. Bruno Mars was at the park. Stevie Wonder didn't. Well, he had a residency, because I guess after you perform 4 or 5 days, you have a residency. Mariah Carey. So most of the time, you've already been paid. you've already signed your contract and you got 50% of your money or 80% of your money, then you get the balance when you showed up. So you really already got your money. But donate $1. Pick a day. It could be a Tuesday night, Monday night, the day that you don't have the slowest day. So if your contract is 7 days, the slowest night. And if you had 3,000 people, donate $1. So that's $3,000. That goes towards a survivor. A survivor of Route 91 Country Harvest Festival. That's what I would like to see done. So if we can get 10 artists a year for the last 5 years to donate at least $3,000, that's some funds. And then as a survivor, you get one time. You can receive between $1,000 to $5,000 based on whatever your need is. Everybody's situation is different. So you write a letter, you say, hey, I need $3,000 just so that I can breathe. $3,000 so I know that my rent is paid, my gas, my electric, my car note, my car insurance. I have fell so far behind. I had to move out of my house, move into an apartment because I'm unable to go back to work. These are things that survivors are going through, but nobody's talking about that shit. And it's pissing me off because a lot of people that I know worked your concert. I worked Cher. I worked Bruno Mars. I worked J-Lo. I worked Lionel Richie. I worked who else was it? Mary Kay concert, Airborne cosmetic concert, but I'm specifically talking about music. Music, the entertainment capital of the world. As an artist, I know sometimes we don't think about the people that's working, the people that are taking the tickets, the people that are standing there at the barricades, making sure no one come on the stage and bother you. The people at the barricade that's taking the tickets, making sure no one is sitting in your VIP area that's not supposed to be there. Well, that's the section that I normally work. I normally work the VIP area, and I make sure that no one gets in that's not supposed to get in. Your meet and greet, no one gets to the meet and greet unless they have proper credentials. Because a lot of times, you may not know, but people come through and they're saying, well, I'm her cousin. I'm the brother-in-law, and I should be on her guest list. You have no idea some of the shit that we go through at the box office or at the front desk. I am saying, help us out. I need help. It's going to start with me. Help me so that I can help some other survivors that work that night, that maybe is not getting help from victims of crime, maybe not getting help from Route 91 Strong. As an artist, as a celebrity, you can do something. You have the voice. You have social media. Lady Gaga, you're coming to Vegas. You can make a difference. Mariah Carey, you can make a difference. You're coming back to Vegas. Just think about it for a few moments. Just think about it. As a matter of fact, let's just breathe 2 or 3 times. Let's just breathe. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Survivors need your help. I'm speaking for some of my fellow employees that work the concert. Now I have reached out and I've met other survivors that are losing their car. But no one's talking about that. So I'm going to talk about it. Because if it wasn't for victims of crime, it wasn't for Route 91, I would have had to move. Where? I don't know. But I would have had to put all my stuff in storage and I would have had to move out of my house for some asshole. I said it. So this one right here, I'll go ahead and mark rated R. That did what he did. But at the same time, our life have changed. My life has gone like this. And I'm trying to bring it back up like this. But what I want you to imagine, if it was your concert and something broke out. If it was your concert and something broke out. We're not talking country concert. We're talking concert, period. It could have been jazz. It could have been R&B. Britney Spears. Lionel Richie. Lady Gaga. Anybody that worked over at the park. Anybody that has performed at MGM. Mandalay Bay Beach. Any other concert that happened over at the Village. It could have been you. And I know you prayed and said, "Ooh, thank God." I know you did. I know you did. I know you did. Said, "Thank God." Either thank God that you weren't in town that weekend, or thank God you didn't have a show. But this is how you can help. And even if you're not an artist, Ellen DeGeneres, Magic Johnson, CeeLo, doesn't matter who you are. My email is sheyjohnson@cox.net. sheyjohnson@cox.net. My foundation, Heart and Soul Hospitality CDC. Heart and Soul Hospitality CDC. Because I care about the people. And the things that I'm going through, testimony, if you will, I'm sharing it with other survivors and telling them to just hold on. And every day, I meet someone that has not gone to counseling because they worked for someone that night. They don't want to file a claim against that individual, or they work for the lighting company, or they work for the entertainment company. They don't want to file a claim because they're afraid that they may lose their job. Instead of taking care of themselves and healing, you only have one body. You only have one body. I'm going to take care of myself. In the meantime, I'm going to be the voice. And I'm going to continue to speak. And I'm going to continue to call people out. Do not forget about the survivors. Do not forget about the employees that worked that night that's in need of help. Those that were shot, those that were wounded, those that spent 30, 40, 60 days in the hospital and had to come home and still deal with the stuff that was at home. They need help. And what I'm asking for you to do, if you have the funds, set up a foundation. I'll come and help. I'll help you with the forms. I'm good at it. And the reason why I say I can help, because I've opened up 2 foundations here in Las Vegas. Excuse me. I opened up 2. So I will help you put it together, because I know you may not have time. You put a board together and let's work together and make a difference regarding survivors here in Las Vegas. Please help me so that I can help someone else. It's 5 something. I'm just now getting home. So 8 o'clock, physical therapy. 11 o'clock, mental therapy. 3 o'clock, way on the other side of town, 40 miles from my house, I have to see the surgeon. So I've been gone all day. This is what survivors go through. and been in pain all day. Couldn't even take a pain pill because I'm driving with one hand and an ice pack on my shoulder. This is just my testimony. And there's so many more that's out there. If you see this YouTube, please give it a thumb up. Please subscribe to it. And please share it to somebody that you know have some funds. Because right about now, we need resources. Don't just share it to be gossiping and to be talking about me. Because it's not just me. God saved me. And this is what I believe I'm supposed to do. Just remember, I was arm lengths away from somebody getting killed. And he knew that I'm not going to sit quiet. I worked in a casino business for 10 years. I can put a show together. I can put a concert together in my sleep. I can give you plenty references on me. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about helping survivors. And that's my calling, is to help survivors, because that's where I'm at. God bless you. And we need your help, and we need your support. We need more than just your prayers. We need resources here in Nevada. Howsoever, it doesn't have to be limited to Nevada. But if you want me to help you, I live in Nevada. So the foundation needs to be here in Nevada where there's no state tax. How about that? Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Share it to somebody that you know. Have some money. Let's start with $100,000 and help some survivors. God bless you.